32 people are arrested over alleged $140 million government SME loan scam, including bribery. Tesla boss Elon Musk gets a record-breaking pay package approved by shareholders that may be worth nearly $1 trillion. And on national games, Hong Kong men's handball team secures a historic place in semi-finals. Good evening. You're watching Cable News. I'm Jeremy Chu. In a joint operation, the Independent Commission Against Corruption and the police arrested 32 people for allegedly defrauding the government's SME financing guaranteeing scheme, totaling $140 million. Cheryl Yun reports.
The operation saw 32 individuals arrested, accused of cheating the SME loan scheme out of $140 million. The scam involved 28 fake applications from 22 small and medium-sized enterprises. Those arrested include 13 frontline staff from local banks who allegedly took bribes to approve the loans, involving $500,000. 7 of the arrested were directors of SMEs who submitted fake documents to the banks, including forged tax returns and MPF records. The ICAC said intermediaries over the past 3 years recruited individuals to pose as business owners of non-existent or shell companies in order to apply for the loans. The intermediaries then allegedly bribed bank employees, offering them commissions to approve the loans.
The case is originated from very supportive and honest citizen who reports the case to us. Although the complainant provide limited information, but because our officers work hard for the case and try to use a different method to investigate the case, so now from a simple case we now can crack the case.
The ICAC said they were able to intercept some applications before the loans were disbursed, adding that investigations are ongoing and further arrests are not ruled out. Cheryl Yun, Cable News.
Police have arrested 3 people in connection with a wanted man alleged to have assaulted 3 customs officers yesterday.
At the involved unit in Honor Building on To Kwa Wan Road, the iron gate was chained shut, the wooden door damaged, and the interior left in disarray, with all windows opened. Earlier, authorities stopped a private car on Argyle Street in Mong Kok. It is believed the vehicle was used to pick up the suspected assailant. 2 men in the vehicle, aged 27 and 41, were arrested on suspicion of assisting the offender. Police later arrested a 66-year-old woman in Wong Tai Sin on suspicion of misleading police. The incident occurred at around 5 p.m. yesterday during an anti-narcotics operation. Customs officers were searching the unit when a 38-year-old man reportedly became uncooperative and allegedly used a knife to assault 3 officers before fleeing the scene.
Following a series of relaxation measures for subsidized sale flats, including an increase in quotas and easing resale restrictions, the Housing Authority stated that these changes aim to expedite housing turnover and would not fuel house flipping. Evelyn Bai reports.
In line with the 2025 policy address's goal of increasing housing supply and enriching the housing ladder, the Subsidized Housing Committee has announced to shorten the alienation restriction period for owners to sell their subsidized homes in the open market from 15 years to 10 years.
Taking
to the airwaves, Clarissa Wong, chairwoman of the committee, said this is the right time for policy relaxation, while dismissing concerns about house flipping, adding that some house owners may consider moving or selling their houses for various reasons after 10 years. Wong also reviewed plans to review land leases to include subsidized homes sold in last 3 years under the relaxed policy. The new measures also include increasing the quota for applicants in the White Farm Secondary Market Scheme by 1,000 to a total of 7,000. Wong noted that over 80% of the previous quota holders were under 40, reflecting strong demand. Therefore, of the newly added quotas, 500 will be allocated specifically for young families and one-person applicants aged below 40.
對我哋鼓勵我哋青年奮鬥啊，向上流啊，呢個係一個好好嘅措施啊。
Man Yu-ming, chairman of the Federation of Public Housing Estates, agreed with the policy to increase quotas, stating that it is a positive measure to encourage youth to strive for upward mobility. Additionally, the committee will raise the ratio of quota allocation between green form and white form from 40-60 to 50-50. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
In what may become the largest corporate payout on record, Tesla shareholders overwhelmingly approved a $1 trillion pay plan for CEO Elon Musk, which is tied to ambitious goals over the next decade. Evelyn Bai has more.
On the 2025 CEO Performance Award to our founder and CEO Elon Musk, with over 75% voting in favor, approved.
Welcomed by applause and cheers at the annual shareholders meeting, Musk expressed his appreciation to shareholders and the Tesla board, even taking the stage to dance alongside the firm's Optimus robots. Musk does not take any salary, but the approved pay package comes in the form of a stock grant that will give him as much as 423.7 million additional Tesla shares over the next 10 years. The compensation plan is tied to ambitious milestones and structured in 12 phases. In order to get paid, Musk is required to deliver 20 million of electric vehicles to buyers, sell 10 million active full self-driving subscriptions, develop and sell 1 million humanoid robots, and deployed 1 million robot taxis in commercial service. In addition, Tesla's stock value has to rise in tandem, first to $2 trillion from the current $1.5 trillion, and all the way to $8.5 trillion, meaning Tesla's stock shares need to jump over 460% from current price. Musk vowed robots will be bigger than the company's car business or any other business, and he is gearing up to sell a robot army. He also mentioned the company might need to build a gigantic chip fab to make AI chips and should consider working with Intel.
I think we may have to do a Tesla terafab. So it's like Giga, but way bigger. I can't see any other way to get to the volume of chips that we're looking for. So I think we're probably going to have to build a gigantic chip fab.
Musk made a string of promises on stage, from beginning production of its robot taxi in April to unveiling its next-generation electric sports car, as well as mass production of humanoid robot next year. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
The founder of the beverage giant Nongfu Spring, Zhong Shanshan, has retained his title as China's richest person for the 5th consecutive year.
In the newly released 2025 Forbes China's 100 richest list, Zhong, with a fortune exceeding $77 billion, continued to hold the top position. ByteDance founder Zhang Yiming and Tencent chairman Pony Ma took the 2nd and 3rd spots respectively. Noticeably, Wang Ning, the founder of PopMart, whose share price soared over the past year due to its blind box and IP licensing products, also joined the list. With a fortune of over $22 billion, he ranked 13th.
After battering the Philippines, deadly typhoon Kaomegi brought fierce winds and torrential rains to Vietnam, killing at least 5 people. Anna Chen has the story.
Kaomegi made landfall last night north of Chia Lai province in central Vietnam. Waves up to 3 meters high battered the coast in coastal cities like Da Nang, and strong winds uprooted trees in Dak Lak province. About 2,800 homes were collapsed or damaged. More than 1.3 million people were without electricity. The government had mobilized more than 268,000 soldiers for search and rescue operations and warned of flooding due to record-breaking rains. Over 537,000 people were evacuated ahead of the storm. Earlier this week, the typhoon flooded entire towns in the Philippines, swept away countless cars, and displaced hundreds of thousands of villages. The government has declared a state of national calamity due to widespread destruction and in preparation for the impact of a possible super typhoon on Sunday evening or early Monday morning. In the hard-hit central province of Cebu, a wake was held for the victims. The death toll has climbed to 188, with 135 more missing and nearly 100 injured. Anna Chen, Cable News.
President Xi Jinping attended the commissioning and flag-presenting ceremony of China's first aircraft carrier equipped with electromagnetic catapults.
In Hainan province, Xi boarded the Fujian to inspect the vessel at a naval port in Sanya City on Wednesday. Launched in June 2022, the Fujian is China's third carrier and the first that it both designed and built itself. Officially entering service, it features electromagnetic catapults that can launch 3 aircraft types. The new tech, known as EMALS, allows planes to take off with heavier weapon and fuel loads so that they can strike enemy targets at greater distances. The only other aircraft carrier in the world that has the EMALS system is the U.S. Navy's newest carrier, the USS Gerald R. Ford.
Nancy Pelosi, the first and only female Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives, announced she will not seek re-election to Congress, ending a decades-long career that made her one of the most powerful figures in American politics. Cheryl Yun tells us more.
I will not be seeking re-election to Congress. With a grateful heart, I look forward to my final year of service as your proud representative. As we go forward, my message to the city I love is this: San Francisco, know your power.
The 85-year-old who has represented San Francisco for nearly 40 years will end her political career when her term expires in January 2027. First elected in 1987, she became the House's first female Speaker in 2007 and took the gavel again in 2019. Arguably the most powerful figure in Democratic politics, she led passage of former President Barack Obama's Affordable Care Act and clashed repeatedly with President Donald Trump. Trump, who has long had an acrimonious relationship with Pelosi, said he was glad to see his nemesis retire and called her evil.
I think she's an evil woman. I'm glad she's retiring. I think she did the country a great service by retiring. I think she was a tremendous liability for the country. I thought she was an evil woman who did a poor job, who cost the country a lot in damages and in reputation. I thought she was terrible.
One of the most iconic moments between the two was in 2020, when Pelosi ripped up a copy of Trump's State of the Union address on national television while she was right behind him. Last year, Pelosi notably withheld her endorsement of former President Joe Biden in his final months of his re-election campaign. After she announced her bow out, Biden called her the greatest speaker in American history and wished her nothing but the best. Cheryl Yun, Cable News.
Now let's take a look at the stock market. The Hang Seng Index ended the day down 244 points. Top active stocks of the day. Alibaba was down $4.90. Tencent was down $10. Hua Hong Semiconductor was down 65 cents, and SMIC was down $1.50. On to the weather now. Mainly cloudy, 1 or 2 rain patches at first, sunny periods during the day tomorrow. Temperatures will range between 24 and 28 degrees. Mainly fine on Sunday and Monday, hot during the day. That's our news tonight. I'm Jeremy Chu. Thanks for watching. Good night.